Hey everybody, this is Scoots. This is a new kind of experimental version of Sleep With Me we've never done before. So welcome. These are just bedtime stories from our podcast, Sleep With Me. And to make them feel fresh, these ones are from a couple years ago. So if you're a regular listener, you might get a refresh. And if you're new, these are just bedtime stories from a show called Sleep With Me. They're strange, they're meandering, they're a little bit different. And all this is made possible by listeners like you, regular listeners like you. And so I just want to let you know that's how we're able to put the show out. And so if you are a fan of Sleep With Me, you listen to it on a regular basis, please consider supporting the show. You get ad-free episodes, you get ad-free story-only episodes, tons of other cool stuff at Sleep With Me Plus. That's sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. But if you're in a position and you have some money every month, or you say, hey, maybe I don't watch that streaming service, I'd rather give it to a podcast, think about your favorite podcast. It doesn't have to be Sleep With Me, and support that podcast. If it is Sleep With Me, I consider supporting the show, would be great. But if it isn't, or there's a podcast you listen to way more, brings you a lot of value during the day, please support that podcast. Podcasting is going through a different time right now, and your favorite podcast, the one you get the most out of, could use your support the most. So consider supporting it however they request support. Just check it out, like listen to the show or check out their website, or consider supporting Sleep With Me. If Sleep With Me, you say, oh no, Sleep With Me is the one I listen to the most, sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Thanks. Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for a podcaster who's going to be paging through the past, slowly and surely, picturing pillowy play sets in their mind, barely, trying to remember stuff and stuff like that. And you say, what? Wait, this is a pod? What? I'm sorry. What is the pod? Oh, well, it's time for Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots. This is a quick message here. If you get a lot out of Sleep With Me, if you're a regular listener, you like these new things we're trying out, like the story-only version of the show. If you're new, don't worry about any of this. But if you're a regular listener of Sleep With Me, or you're a regular listener of any podcast, if you have a favorite podcast, and it's not Sleep With Me, that's totally cool. If you have podcasts you listen to way more, or you get way more value out of, I totally understand that. Consider supporting that podcast. Podcasting as an industry is kind of going through a weird phase right now. Direct support from listeners is going to be, it seems like it's going to be the future of most shows. And so consider supporting the podcast you really love. And you could do that. You could find out, you could listen to the show and see how they ask to be supported, or reach out to them and say, hey, how can I support you? Or if you can't afford, a few dollars a month, you say, hey, how else can I support you? But if Sleep With Me is the one, Sleep With Me Plus is the best way to support Sleep With Me. Sign up for Sleep With Me Plus. Not only you get an unbelievably sweet, different ways to listen to the show, but it's a huge help for us to be able to do stuff like this. But yeah, think about what your favorite podcast is, and then go ahead and go to their website, or if you already know how they like to be supported, support that show. Thanks and good night. All right, but this is Scoots here, and so this is something we've done I've recorded a couple episodes. I think one came out, but this is the first two were supposed to be what hopefully this episode would be, which was a quest to find maybe a toy catalog that I looked at when I was a kid. And I've been excited about these catalog episodes because this really offers us a little bit different pace. I did want to clarify, in the other episodes I explained what a catalog is. Before you could search for stuff on the internet, you had to page through paper pictures, but it was also a form of marketing. And, sometimes there's a lot of complicated feelings, right, with consumerism and marketing and those things. But I did want to focus on one thing that's more in the gray area, which is, there's anticipation. There's part of the marketing process where you say, okay, I'm not so sure about that, but there's also something about it, especially as a kid, there's some things you would like that you're not going to get, or you can't have everything. And I don't know, even as a kid, the catalogs allowed you, at least for me, because I was a person that lived a lot of times in fantasy, to like, there was an element of FOMO for it, but there was also an element of reality. It's like, okay, I'm never going to have all of these action figures or whatever. And while I would like this toy, and I was exposed as I was preparing for this episode for one of the most wild, I said, wild toy, adventure toys that ever, I said, I forgot that even existed. And I didn't check yet at the cost of it, but it was just something I would never get. I don't even know if I'd had space for it. Maybe some kid I hung out with did have it. But I don't know. There was also something pleasurable and joyful of looking through the catalogs. Or maybe you say, okay, Scoots, this is going to be in your 40 years from now. This will be a scene in your movie where people will look at it and feel sympathy for you. I say, well, I'm not so sure. I think you know what I'm talking about. You say, oh, boy, look at that thing. And yeah, and I think it's a gray area. Yeah, there's something you could say, okay, there's some positive aspects of it. There's some not positive aspects, but this is somewhere in between. And so I don't know. It's just been on my mind and I'm excited about it. So the first thing I found, so I was looking up stuff from like in the 80s, early to mid 80s. And I'll link to all the websites I found. The first thing I found is this 1983 JCPenney Adventures in Toyland catalog. And I found this on plaidstallions.com. And I'll link to it. But it's just a comic book. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages. And it's drawings, which normally I would say this is not for me because as a kid I like to see there was something about this process. So the people working on the design of these layouts, the photographers and the set designers, you know, they would put a lot of work into and also getting kids to act, but also they would set the toys up in action positions. And for me, that was all part of the big process. So this is more cartoon versions of toys, but so I'm going to read through it. I'll try to quote and paraphrase. So the first page, it says JCPenney's Adventures in Toyland, and it has Twirly Curls Barbie saying, "Hi, Santa." She's only $9.99 with accessories. There's also My First Barbie, four mix and match outfits for $7.99. I don't see that Barbie there, though. There's 4 Barbies, but it doesn't say. Then there's Dream Date Santa, Glamorous Dress, and Angel Face Barbie. Oh, boy. So some of these you say, you look back, I say, I don't know about that. Those are both $9.99, though. I guess with inflation, that's like $30. So it seems like $9.99 is a great deal. But I mean, I don't know anything about inflation, but I'm just making a number up. And they're in Santa's sleigh. He's saying, okay, let's go see all the great toys and games we've got. So that's page 1. Page 2 was Charmkins. Not familiar with these Charmkins, so I guess my sister didn't play for it. They come in a music-type box. It's a house. Colorful floral scented friends that I can wear. So maybe there's competing brands. Maybe I remember these. $1.99 each. The Charmkins Collector's Jewelry Assortment, $3.49. I'm Lady Slipper. It's a ballerina, like music box watch. Wrist carousel ballerina dancer, $4.99. Charmkins Twosome. Johnny Jump Up and Lazy Daisy. That's a boy riding a rocking horse, or it looks like $2.99. Again, these are drawings. Charmkins carry case is $7.99. That one looks like some sort of elven farmer. Then the Charmkins dollhouse fold up a pretty case, $19.99. Comes with 2 playmates, too. So that's Charmkins. And then My Little Pony is still going strong. Again, I think this was a mistake because these ponies do not look as good as the toy ponies. No offense to the person that drew them. They just, it's funny that they just don't have the same, their hair looks limp and stuff. I don't know. Pretty Parlor. It doesn't say My Ponies. Maybe this is some sort of copy version. My Pretty Parlor has everything to groom, brush, saddle, bridle, $11.99. That's Blossom talking. Minty, Bluebell, Butterscotch, Cotton Candy. Whoa, my name is Shuzzle. I'm part of Hasbro's stable of My Little Ponies. Comb our long hair. You might want to get all 6 of us. We all come with our own ribbon and comb. How come these ones are $3.99? What's the difference? Maybe My Pretty Parlor comes with all those ones. I don't know. Then the show stable has everything we need to really horse around. And it comes with plus 1 pretty pony and our pet dog Twinkle. Okay, next page is Legos. It looks like, Lego Space Surface Explorer, $7.99. A liftoff space system vehicle with 3 space patrol people, $4.99. A supply station, $19.99. Then go down to Lego Town. There's different vehicles to be used in running a town, $4.99. And then the Universal Building Set, $14.99. There's even a windmill on display. What is this here? Constructs. So this is Lego's competitor. Then it looks like we have some Fisher-Price stuff. Maybe this is all Fisher-Price. Construct Set is a Sealand Adventure. It's like some sort of boat you'd play with in a tub, $5.99. Looks pretty fun. Then from Fisher-Price Constructs Building System, $3.99. It comes with a construction man. The action vehicle set for this is just Fisher-Price action vehicle set. Still Constructs. Oh, I remember these ones, though. Okay, Constructs is different than Legos. We had this, we didn't have this particular set, but we definitely had Constructs because I recognized the blue. They were put together. It was a bit like a girder. It was a girder system, not girders or girdles, but girders. And I don't know if this was I remember playing with these. And also, don't listen to me, kids, putting them in my mouth, which you should never do. I mean, it wasn't a toy I played with a lot, but so I don't know if it was mine or one of my siblings. But the action vehicle set was $7.99. Drag racing set, $3.99. Then we get into more Fisher-Price toys on the same ad. The Alpha Star trailer goes forward, stops with the push of a button. Space Cruiser and A Friend from Outer Space for $24.99. Uses D batteries. Then Bright Blocks and More from Fisher-Price. That's like wooden block set, $8.99. And then Fill Her Up, Gas and Go Center. Has neat wind-up operation, includes tools and oil can, $13.99. And then we're into Return of the Jedi. These prices are into wild. And like I said, I always fantasize about getting a Grammarian Guard. I can't believe the pricing. I guess so with, considering the cost at the time, you're talking. So there's a Jabba the Hutt play set with the tail. It comes with its pets. It doesn't come with the Rancor, I don't think. $14.99. Figures not included. I mean, Jabba the Hutt obviously comes with it on his throne. Then there's a Y-Wing. Approaching target and can fire stuff, and a laser, $21.99. Needs to see batteries, 2 of them. Then a stormtrooper on a speeder bike, $6.99. Blow apart assembly, I remember that. Then Return of the Jedi Ewok Village playset, $19.99. Then all the figures, they have Ewok, Luke from Return of Jedi, Lando in Undercover Character. That was one of the cooler characters. $2.99. Grammarian guards, Jabba's interpreter, and a stormtrooper, like from the Ewok planet. Okay, then He-Man, again, another set of toys I never got into because you kind of chose. Though I don't know if anybody in my family. I mean, we had a few He-Man. He-Man was good for the bathtub. You want to take a bath with somebody, take a bath with He-Man. You definitely remember playing with some He-Man toys, but probably also the price point. I mean, He-Man was bigger and more expensive. So He-Man was also known as the Master of the Universe. Maybe that was another reason. Castle Grayskull, $26.99. It's 18 inches. Rumor has it there's levels that hold things, secret doors, laser cannon, power sword. The siege is on. Then 1 Point Dread with my Talon fighter. And that's He-Man's rival, who I don't think I can say his name. $16.99. His fighter looks like a bird. He's even holding something in its talons. Then, who's this? Panther Battle Cat. Figure not included. There is a figure riding on its back. I think that was He-Man's sidekick. It comes with armor. Victory will be mine. $5.99. Then He-Man's vehicle is known as the Attack Track. I thought this was cool. I mean, I didn't play with it, but it had these interesting wheels. That was $16.99. These 2C batteries, figure not included. Then He-Man, Heroic Warriors, $4.99, 5.5 inches tall. Or the villains, the same price, $4.99. So that's a little He-Man action. Then G.I. Joe, which I did play with. G.I. Joe and the commander, we'll call him. There was a chopper. But again, this is hard to look at because it's drawing, so I can't really identify any of this stuff. I don't think we had the chopper. That was with Wild Bill, $12.99. Then there was a Sky Striker jet. My brother may have had that in 1999. There's a tank, 12. This is like, hey, kids, be prepared. Let's learn to love the military-industrial complex early. It's a combination of industrial toy production and the military complex. And I said, I'm all in. Was 40% in. I played with Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Autobot, whatever those GoBots, Fisher Price, and other random toys all together. And, Legos and other stuff. Okay, this is a motorized battle tank, 2D batteries, that's $21.99. Troop transport amphibious character can hold up to 28 people, $12.99. I thought that was cool. Then there's a Jeep, $8.99. That's it, $8.99. Wow. Then these G.I. Joes are not expensive. They're scuba diver, sweeper, Arctic, medic, marine, Cobra Commander, Destro, Major Bud. Oh, Commander, Destro, Major Bud, just a regular old trooper. Those are all $3.49, which I guess, again, is like $12. So, big wheels and roller skates here. So, Radio Flyer, like a red wagon, $29.99. Then a metal tricycle, $24.99. AMF trike, fiery red. Then you get in, then a night room. This is kit ready for a Knight Rider power cycle. So this was like a plastic tricycle, and they were considered cooler for some reason because plastic was the coolest thing back then. It comes with Instrument panel, motor sound 2, $24.99. I think I know somebody that had one of those. There was no actual electronics on it. Then a Masters of the Universe Mighty Cycle with dragon detailing, $24.99. Then there was Fireball roller skates, urethane wheels, $18.99. And then a Smurf roller derby Smurf skate, $12.99. Then Vectrex. This is electronics. I never heard of this thing. Vectrex has exciting cartridges for everybody. Or maybe they go with some other thing. I don't know if Vectrex was a thing. Pole Position, Star Wars Scramble, $29.95. Melody Master or Animation, $29.99. Crazy Coaster, 3D, $29.99. Oh, yeah, this was some sort of system. It never made it, I guess. Vectrex computer system puts action on your screen. Laser sharp graphics, better than TV. $89.95. The controller with a 360-degree joystick, $34.95. A light pen with Art Master cartridge, $34.95. And then a 3D imager, 3D action in full color with 3D game, $44.95. This is by the General Consumer Electronics Company. So that's it for that catalog. Then we're going to look at the 1985 Sears Wish book. Maybe we started looking at it. I don't know if this is when we started looking at it before and then never got to the toys. But just to give you an idea what this catalog is, so I have it from one of these catalog control companies. It has 647 full color pages. I mean, that's that's everything. Well, I just saw a glowworm. So it starts off, now a few hundred pages are for adults and, clothes and boring stuff. Consumer electronics, page 25 has a TV. Right now I'm just looking at the thumbnails. Pajamas go through page 70. Maybe even further. Then casual wear, jewelry. This is kind of what we went through. Kids' clothes, winter clothes. Wow, I'm having flashbacks, man. Catalog flashback. It's worse than any other flashback I've had from other stuff. Catalog flashback, man. Can't take it. Then stuff for your game room, exercise equipment, sleeping bags. I remember us going through the sleeping bags. Then we're getting into electronics, toys. I guess we should make the sponge here right around. Let's go in at page 445. I can't see what it is, so. Oh, it's a DC superhero playset. This is 1985. Oh, yeah, I remember this was, there must have been an animated show on then. And it has, says Superheroes to the Rescue. Comes at the Hall of Justice playsets, $27.99. Figures are $4.99. And color-rich plastic, 4.5 inches tall. Supermobile. But I didn't play with any of this stuff. Wait, some of these characters. Oh, new at Sears, Inspector Gadget, $14.99. Comes with a bunch of stuff, too. Push a button, a hand pops out. Push another button, spring-loaded, legs extend. Real trench coat and all accessories included. Let's just see who else we have. Any famous... I have not, at the time I'm recording this, watched the Zack Snyder cut. I keep trying to talk my daughter into it. You get the Penguin, the Joker. Who's this? 11. I don't know. 11, somebody, it looks like they have a built-in typewriter built into their villain. Callie Bach, Boulder, Superpowers vehicle. So those are DC. Then robots. Oh boy, I used to dream about this thing. I forgot all about it. The Omnibot 2000. I used to always want one of these. Let's see how much they are. Wow, $500. $449.99. The Omnibot can bring you things, serve drinks. It was just a remote control car with a remote control arm, like I talked about on the last one. Then they have Max Steel for $499. Then Omnibot, just regular, that's $229. And then Chatbot. Whoa, boy, listen to this one. This one's only $60. Chatbot records and delivers 30 seconds of messages and brings back an answer. So this was like a drop-in on one of those speakers. It was like a tape recorder that you could tape something and then say, hey, come to dinner. And they'd say, hey, coming back. Never saw a commercial for that I remember. But the Omnibot, that's $449. Flashing eyes, moving head, 7-day, 24-hour timer, rechargeable battery. Comes with a charging unit. And then Max Steel, you could guide him to bring you a snack, play music, wake you up, or play games. He has 140-word vocabulary. Max Steel does not, I would not try, like, I definitely, Omnibot, maybe. Oh, they have another page of cheaper robots. Oh, I also remember this one. There was a bird robot, Hootbot, is a bird, that's $14.99. Flapping wings, tapping feet, waddles away on the ground. Maybe we had that one. Then a few other ones. Then some sort of, like, I don't know if those were by Legos. They had, like, Lego robots, or if they're another company. Can't quite read the writing. Oh, then GoBots. So GoBots were a cheaper version of Transformers. They were all plastic. They didn't have any metal. You could, like, I had a definite, they also had a TV show. And that's all I really remember about them. I watched both shows. Oh, yeah, I had this one. It was, I think me and my brother had a few of these ones on this page here. So they were less expensive. So actually, maybe some of them were metal. Die cast, they used to call that. Let's see. Well, they had the GoBot headquarters was only $24.99. Then Zod, $16.99. That thing must be huge if it's $16.99. I don't see it, though. What number is that? Number 2. I don't see it in. Oh, that thing's $16.99. It must be out of scale then. I don't know, but now I can see why these GoBots didn't. Then you had a pop-up one, another one, $8.99. They had some serious names, too. Carrying case, $6.99. All these ones are not good, they're up to no good. And I was like, wait a second, I had that one. Okay, then we're on, this is more GoBots. Oh, I think the GoBots could also go together. That was one thing I dreamed of. I never got to that point. So that was the difference, I think, between GoBots. GoBots said, hey, let's take all these ideas, because there was Voltron at the time, who was the defender of the universe. So GoBots, I think, you could make a GoBot, all the GoBots could fit together if you bought enough of them into a giant robot, Friendly Power Warrior set, 24 connecting power suits into one awesome Power Warrior, $29.99. The Puzzler turns into 6 separate GoBots, $26.99. Command Center. Wow, there's like GoBots that turned into binoculars. I actually had bought, when I was too old again, a transformer that would transform into a what do you call it? A microscope. I don't know. And it worked, I think. But yeah, this is, I don't know which company came first. To be honest, I'd have to watch it to see, because it probably, they say, oh no, GoBots was first, Transformers. And I say, okay, fair enough. I didn't know. Okay, here's Transformers, which are robots in disguise. They had a couple watches. The Autobot Defense Base, $39.95. Then Transformers watches were $15. Thrust, Dirge, Grimlock. Grimlock was a famous one. Oh, those were the Dinobots. Slag and Swoop. Those were $12.99. We didn't have any of those three, but we definitely had. Oh, yeah, so here we go. There was ones that played tapes and music. That was another one I wanted. Optimus Prime was a leader, $23.99. Kind of wanted Optimus Prime just because he was like, he got on my nerves, but triple changing ones. Blitzwing, $11.99, or Astro Train, $11.99. Where's Corvette and Inferno? Those were $9.99. Where's 9 and 10? Oh, Autobot Radio Communicator, $19.99. I think those you could play tapes, or maybe they were fake tapes, but they look pretty cool. They look like cassette players. Or maybe they just changed into those ones. You can always go on a ride at, where's Starscream? 4 and 5. Oh, those Thrust and Dirge. I may have had one of those two. I may have had Dirge. No. Oh, yeah, now we got into more. I had, oh boy, this one I had 14. Definitely had that one. Don't see the price on it, though. Maybe it was on the other page. It was a purple. It had purple. Also had a train, oh, yeah, these were the ones that triple changed. It could change from a plane to an Autobot to a tank. And then I think my brother had the one that changes from a train into a space shuttle. I guess the Autobots could do the same thing as the GoBots and go into one big thing. Oh, here's the one that could change into 18. Oh, and I think one of my brothers had 20. Wow, a lot of these we had. So this must have been the year I was playing with a lot of them. So let's go through this a little bit more. Triple Changer. Those were like Forest Friends. Those were $19.99. Borgon. Yeah, 16. Oh, no, that's 23. A Dolphin. The Machine Dolphin, $39.99. Arega. Where's 18? I guess you got to go back one page. Let's just look up 14, 15, and 18. Maybe that page isn't there, though. Oh, yeah, here we go. 14, Blitzwing. Oh, yeah, maybe that's one I had. An Astro Train my brother had. Oh, yeah, the Autobot microscope. But that was only $13.99. I bought that one with my own money, I think. So, Devastator, $34.99. What the heck is that one? Devastator. Oh, maybe it's, I don't know which one that was, but 20 was 20 was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 construction vehicles that then you could make into a big robot. I remember somebody had that and we played with it. And then there was a couple ones that turned it. This must have been the year. This was a good year. Thanks, Mom and Dad. 1985, I guess. Then Voltron. Here we go. Right in there. Voltron had Voltron and I didn't play with any Voltron toys, but I watched the show. Voltron. You could buy Voltron. It would come apart to 5 lines, $34.99. You could also buy them separately for $7.99. Voltron Castle, $49.99. The Voltron, so Voltron, Mighty Morphin and Voltron are similar. There's there's a lot of different things of this version. Voltron Force, which can each fit into its own line. Those were $15.99, I think, for everybody or each one. A remote-controlled Voltron line, a giant one, was $40. A deluxe Voltron 3, $69.99. That's from Matchbox. 12 Voltron 1, so I guess you could get different models of Voltron. I remember they come out with different ones at different times. What I liked about Voltron was the show was way more out there, some of the other stuff. This toys I don't remember. Warriors of Symbion. Never heard of it. Oh, well, no. Take that back. They were like toy puppets. I don't remember the show. But I remember some of the toys had puppets. So I remember that part. Hive, H-O-I-V-E house. From across the galaxy orbits Symbion, home of the Secateurs. Forest friends and humans work together. Now you can experience this strange world, the Hive and its inhabitants. So yeah, there was the house was $47, and then some of the other things were different prices. I just remember I don't remember anything about it other than those puppet toys. Okay, here we go. This is the most, and no offense to any kids that had this, because I'm definitely jealous. This is the biggest toy thing I've ever seen. I'm guessing, let's just take a guess, it's $99.99. It's a G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. It's bigger than the boy in the picture. So I want to see how much that is. And there's a couple other G.I. Joe things. It's on the next page, so I guess prices. Okay, here it is. Oh boy, I was $10 more than I guessed. New at Sears, the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier is over 7.5 feet long. Comes with a fuel trailer, towing vehicle, arrestor cable, hook, elevator, sound system, and more. Comes apart for easy storage, $109.99. Then the toy I wanted is on this page that I bought. This was something I bought for myself because it was just more expensive than other stuff. It was $24.99. The hovercraft. It has I just wanted to play with that in the bathtub. There was also what's that one? Hydrofoil, $18.99. Bridge layer. I don't think we had that, but I remember. Maybe my cousin had that, $14.99. Crimson Twins, they were cool. They had a cool character arc. $3.99. Snowcat, my brother had that, I think, $9.99. Maybe a couple years before that. Six-pack of figures, $19.99. What else we got? Helicopter. Oh, here's one that's on sale, $20. The Bigfoot vehicle with 8-wheel drive. It looks like it was just never popular. $4.99. Yeah, so they had some remote control stuff that looks like it was not as popular. They have like a second shot of the back. Oh, this must have been a 2-page spread. That's why. So they show all the stuff that came with the thing. It doesn't come with the jet, though. I don't think, which is kind of, oh yeah, if you want the jet, if you wanted that, was $29.99. So this kind of like would stink if you had the aircraft carrier but you didn't have any aircraft. Oh yeah, then they have the ship. Oh, what, number 7, did I have that toy? So yeah, we'd acquire these toys somewhere between when I was like 16 and 6. Platform, their jet, $9.99, a 2-speed thing. Oh, that $9.99. Maybe we had that. Like I said, I played with a lot of these toys through the commercials and these catalogs. Then they have the He-Man stuff. Some of this looks interesting to me. It looks like they have some sort of very surreal, number 9 we're going to have to look up because it's very, very surreal. Also number 15, because it's a 2-page spread. So I'm going to go to the next page here. Whoa, and number 18. He-Man, I know I wasn't into it that much, but it was kind of trippy. 27 deluxe vinyl carrying case. I already forgot the numbers I was supposed to remember. So they had He-Man's house, was $29.99. Oh, then this one, is that 9? Bridge, tunnels. This one was a special mountain. It comes with a rebate, so you could get it $4 off, $44.99. Then they had different vehicles. That were like $10 to $20. And then another building. Oh boy, there's some trippy characters here, man. $28.99 for the Zone. This must have been like a reboot after they took, this seems like a different crew. Oh wait, yeah, number 22. Let's see who some of these people are. Oh, yeah, like, there's Grizzler, Leech, Hordak, Thunder Punch, Modoc, Mantena. Mantena looks pretty, like, cool. 24 interchangeable. And there's also just when, oh, the heck is that 26? Oh, yeah, they even had, He-Man's enemy had something to take on the beach. They had adventure books, hardback, 48-page illustrated pages with $1 rebate. Those books were $5.99 each. Also had was a challenge Hot Wheels loop de loop 28 number 28. How much is that? $9.99. 20-inch tunnel, jump panels, vehicle. And one of my brothers was into Hot Wheels, Daniel, I think. Okay, then we get into the Jedi stuff. Very similar to what we looked at earlier, but some stuff we didn't see. So we have 8 through 14. Oh, 1 through 7. Let's start that. Jabba, that's $9.99. Sears exclusive was a Jabba playset. Does not include Jabba, I don't think. That was $7.99. Then the Rebo Band, Cy Snoodles and the Rebo Band, Cy Snoodles, Max Rebo, Droopy McCool, and their instruments. It's on sale, too, for $6.99. Your Friend in the Ranker, $9.99. Tie Interceptor. No way, that's $9.99 with laser lights and sounds. B-Wing Fighter. Wait, the TIE Interceptor is only $9.99? That is wild. Maybe this was after this thing had peaked. B-Wing Fighter, $9.99. Imperial Shuttle, $27.99. I guess in the next page, oh, then there's other ones. Mask, and I don't see the toys yet, but I don't remember. Wheeled Warriors, I don't remember, and the toys are on the next page. So I'll have to see if I remember any of those. They're all around $8. Then Mask, M-A-S-K. I remember this. Illusion is another thing. Mini comic books. Some sort of, I think they're Transformers that, like, I don't know. I think it was a show for like a season or two. It was meant to compete with G.I. Joe. And yeah, I remember some of these toys. I don't, like, there's a gas station that transforms into a base, and regular vehicles that transform. They're like, oh, you thought I was just driving down the street? Nope, I work for, I work for the military-industrial complex. Okay, then what do we got here? Some remote control vehicles. So we don't have prices yet. We'll get there, though. Remote control vehicles were mostly not great gifts because there was one great one that I'll tell a story to about one day, but wow, they're expensive. $50, most of them. And some of those you couldn't even, like, there's a Firebird at $19.99. Some of them you could, like, control all the directions, but other ones you had to, you could only, like, make them go forward or backwards. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't, like, we had remote control vehicles some Christmases or some toys, but I don't know. I like to play with toys, not control, like, make stories. Obviously, that's how I got here. There's a lot of them, though. They must have been battery-powered vehicles. Then we're getting into, are these, what are those called, micro machines? Or what have we got here? Roadmates, $8.99, Roadmates Transport, Roadmates Mini Vehicles. So these were like power, whatever those things were called, micro machines, but they were called Roadmates. Oh, Penny Power. I remember these ones. These were like things you put a penny in the back and you pulled them backwards and then they would, Drive. I didn't have any of these, I don't think, but they were $8.99. Roadmates and Penny Power. So I remember those. Okay, then, yeah, I guess Roadmates are very similar to Hot Wheels. 25 car collector set, $14.99. Then there was three-wheeling gripping cycles. So those were like, those don't have anything to do with anything else on that page. Roadmates parking garage. We had something like this. One of my brothers, again, my childhood, because my youngest brother was 9 years younger than me, I still played with toys. So, yeah, then a bunch of different vehicles. And then Tonka trucks. Now, Tonka trucks they were gifts that would last. I mean, they were like things that would last years and years and years. We also had one or two of these at our house. One I'm not seeing that definitely lasted like 15 to 20 years. So let's see what we got. So there's the Mighty Crane. We didn't have that one. That's $25. Loadmaster, $14.99. Mighty Dump. We definitely had we've had the Mighty Dump our whole lives. You get a $2 rebate, $17.99 to start. And the Loadmaster, the same thing. Mighty Loader, Mighty Dump, Mighty Dump. You'd be sitting in the sandbox playing with your Mighty Dump, and you might have even done that yourself. Got other ones. There's a Knight Rider 2000. Where's that one? Let's see here. Front loader, $27.99. That's a good thing for like a grandparent to buy, like a Tonka truck, because then it would last literally like, there it is, a string-controlled kit. Kit would speak when you pull a string. Plays the 6 pre-recorded messages, $29.99. Amazing. Then we had more, oh no, that's the same page. Trying to get past, let's get out of this. Then there was RC cars or what, stock car racing. More stock cars. How much is one? Oh, train sets even. There's a Transformer train set. Oh, wow, 150. So these are like real train sets too. Remote control planes. Oh, remote control cars. I'm looking for one particular remote control car just in case I see it. But I don't think it could come in until, let's see, Cessna, Sky Rally, Grasshopper. Yeah, they didn't have it yet, I don't think. Then like kind of building kits. Oh, there's a rock tumbler. How much does a rock tumbler cost? $14.99, $19.99 with if you get it with a refill kit. We definitely had a rock tumbler, but we got it at a. They also had the metal detector, the basic one. I think we got one of those from Radio Shack one year. $24.99 at Sears. I do want to get into some of these. Let's see if I can find that glowworm. Then there was science kits. Cool. Those are always cool gifts. Globes. Learning things. Where's some My Little Ponies? Bible on tape. But when you're done playing with your WAR-based toys, kids, after you check out your globe, have a Bible on tape. They really do keep these. This is the binary era, man. Like, I'm having trouble getting through. Okay, so here we go. We get into Barbies here. I have a ton of time, so I'm going to try to figure out what toys I played with. I definitely played with a decent amount of Barbies. My sister had them. I particularly thought Barbies were cool because they had like a full, like rubber. They had like a rubber flesh. Let's see, just cost wise, everything's in the same ballpark. Let's see what that is. Barbie. Family car, $19.99. That's on sale. 11. Barbie's Loving Home, $24.99. what's that Barbie, number 3? How much does that cost? Riviera Cycle. That's a Barbie scooter, $7.99. Friction powered, doll not included. And Barbie Corvette was only $4.99. Whoa, Barbie and Oscar de la Renta. Or maybe it's just the clothes. Yeah, $8, $9, $10. Wow. Fashion expression Barbies. Yeah, then a lot of different, like, accessory kits. Wow, a lot of them. Holy cow. 25 kit, 25, Halloween out. Okay. Wow, this, let's see, No Place Like Home. The Fashion Mansion was $49.99. Shopping mall place at $19.99. Oh, this thing was cool. I definitely would have liked this. Barbie Dream House. 6 rooms with furniture. Is an A-frame. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think we had it, but I remember seeing it somewhere. Can see some of the doors. That's $104. Yeah, so we definitely didn't have it. Then you had some Barbie pool sets. Oh, yeah, I remember this one, number 7. Barbie's Bubbling Spa. Realistic bubbles and sounds with a pump. $7.99. I remember that. I think I played with it, so I don't know if my sister had it or somebody else. I may have played with a lot of these toys right in the store. There's like gym sets. Then Cabbage Patches. Cabbage Patch Show Pony, $27.99. I never had a Cabbage Patch Kid. And there was one day where you got to bring them to school. But I can see why. I mean, I don't think my sister had one maybe. $16.99 is how much Cabbage Patch, or that's just how much their clothes are. They had their own play sets. But nothing really was super appealing to me. I wanted to see how much Glowworm was. My brother had a Glowworm. Looks like they had other type of Cabbage Patch Kids, Cabbage Patch Couch, Cabbage Patch Rocking Chair. Oh boy, here's what my brother had. Oh no, he didn't have My Buddy, but he had like the generic My Buddy, but My Buddy was really popular. 23-inch tall doll, stuffed body, vinyl face, guaranteed to remain a toy and not gain sentience. $27.99. More Cabbage Patch stuff. Holy cow. I wonder how much Cabbage Patch. Wow, even more. I guess it was like really popular for a few years where it was like people were like waiting in line and stuff, right? Oh, Rainbow Bright. I remember her. Wow, Rainbow Bright has a full-page spread. Definitely remember Rainbow Bright. Oh, wow, Rainbow Bright had a bunch of, like, furniture, too. Rainbow Brights were, like, around $13 to $15. Or bigger ones were $20. Champ, Flutter, Spark, Poise, Delight, and they had Lala Orange, Buddy Blue, Canary Yellow, IQ Sprite, Shy Violet, Romero, Lucky. But yeah, they have Rainbow Bright furniture. Then Golden Girl and Princess Power. I think one of these was kind of similar to He-Man. It looks like they had a pretty cool castle. Then some sort of robotic cat. Electronic toys, electronic stuff. Oh, pound puppies. My sister had a pound puppy. Let's see which one I don't remember which one she had. Maybe number 6 was a bulldog in 1999. Pound puppy, you're the one for me. Also outfits. So we could finish up with Glowworm, because Glowworm's a good night friend. Then Care Bears. Care Bears were around $17 to $22. This was even when they had the Care Bear cousins, I think, which were non-bear friends of the Care Bears. Care Bear cousins, yeah, $17.99. They said somebody was like, the Care Bears need a reboot. They said, how about non-bears that care? Then there was the Wuzzles. I remember buying a Wuzzle for my brother one year. So they must have had a pretty long run. Maybe it was a Wuzzle. It rolled up. Wuzzles look like they're a copy of the Care Bears, but they came with a book. Oh, yeah, it could have been this year. Then, Muppet Babies, Sesame Street, some Mickey stuff. Then straight doll houses like you would put together yourself. Then some equestrian-based toys there. Then round up a passel of ponies. There's tons of My Little Pony stuff. Let's just run through it. Confetti, Flutterby, Tickle, Trickles, Starflower, Pinwheel, Glory, Moon Dancer, Firefly, Surprise, Flash Prance, Pony Love, Pom Pom Party, Snow Angel, Sun and Fun, Sunday Stroll. Okay, let's get here. Let's see. We got to find this glowworm. I know it was in there somewhere. More My Little Pony. Then, different dolls you could put makeup and things on. Fake kitchens, $44.99. That's always good. My little brother had one, a fake kitchen. I may have even had one that I forgot about, but it was always like having that somewhere. Well, they had a lot of different ones, some that are like serious. We didn't have like a basement. Oh, this one I always wanted. We never had this. I think we bought this at I remember thinking this would change our life, but I think we bought one at a garage sale. It's the Frosty the Snowman snow cone maker. It was $9.99. But I don't know what it actually did to make snow cones. I think that's why we never got it, and then that's why it was for sale at a garage sale. Then more like kitchen and cleaning stuff. There's a boy vacuuming. There's even a coffee maker with fake coffee or something. Blender, different fake kitchen stuff. Then you have these easy bake oven type things. How much do they go for? Oh, $26.99. But then if you get the bake sets extra and the mixes and stuff, 62 piece bake set, 12 cakes, 16 cupcakes, 2 pans of brownies, $19.99. So there's different degrees of, that was a micro bake oven. Sewing machines. My daughter took sewing lessons. That was a Christmas gift one year. Then little desks, table and chairs for those children that want those. Now I keep hitting the wrong button. Different, furniture for your room. I mean, if we don't see this thing soon, I'm going to have, they say, Scoots, this was the longest episode ever. Yeah. Make it and bake it things. These are like, you can make your own sun catchers, $19.99 to start. I don't know if we had that, but I remember seeing it. Wow, music, drum set, guitars, keyboards. Oh, here's the Fisher Price. Fisher Price is the $39.99 for the Fisher Price. The really good, you could get a $4 rebate, though, for the Fisher Price record player. Then they had one with the radio. It was $59.99. That was the best one. I guess there was another one, too. Oh, no, that's a Sears one. Okay, then like different tape sets, like with different stuff, camera, Viewmasters. Those are things we'll talk about those one day. Different walkie-talkie sets, then early karaoke things and microphones and stuff. I don't know if any of that ever worked, but we didn't have any of it. Different TV and VHS things. Says, let your TV do the storytelling. Oh, yeah, VHS Golden Books. Oh, Speak and Spell and Speak and Read. Speaking Math. Those were from the E.T. movie. Then fake computer learning stuff, Talkatron. Don't bring that into your home. That's what I'm here for. Dial a Teacher. Whiz Kid. I remember this. Maybe this was another thing we bought at a garage sale, because then you only have like half the parts, or it doesn't even work. You buy it at the garage sale. You're like, oh, let's get it home and try it out. Yeah, other like learning type devices. Few pages of them. Oh, then actual real books. Laura, Little House on the Prairie collection, 1895. Volume of fairy tales, then books on tape. Wow, they even sold comic books back then? 30-pack of Marvel comic books, $9.99. Wow, I had no idea. Then board games, but yeah, I'm trying to find this glowworm. Maybe I just do it this way here. I'm going through the, what are these things called? Maybe I just imagined it. You see, Scoot's glowworm didn't come out till 1989. I say, oh, well, no wonder. No, there it is, page 552. We were almost there if I would have practiced some more patience. But we'll finish this up. Glowworm is your good night friend. They say joyful friends. They have a whole page. There's the huggable glowworm and glowworm glimmer and musical glowworm glimmer, with that glimmer with happiness when you squeeze their tummies. My brother Ken had this thing. It was $9.99. Soft machine washable. It was like a nightlight you could hug. Now, the musical one, you definitely didn't want that, $13.99. But the regular glowworm, your good night friend, at $9.99. And then I'm sure somebody said, well, you got to get more toys than that. You can't make them, you can't make your billions with just this. So they tried other stuff that didn't work. There was a glowworm. Pop goes the glowworm. Terrible. You say, okay, now that you're comfortable sleeping with this thing, we're going to make it into that Pop goes a weasel thing. Then there was a glowworm wishing well, kind of like a tummy time toy for babies, $6.99. Then a stack and glow game. So I guess they were like, well, let's get the babies into it early, even though I think glowworm was more of a toddler sleeping in your bed thing. And then a glowworm crawler, $6.99. So I don't know. That's a little bit. Oh, then there's more glowworm type baby toys. But yeah, there's a little bit more. You can always look in there yourself. Oh, it looks like, yeah, they invented some sort of glowworm companions at some point. Glow friends. So yeah, that's a little bit of the holiday, like a thirst, I guess. But in a good way. Look back at the 1985 Sears Christmas book. Thanks, everybody. All right, I want to thank everybody who reviewed the show on Apple Podcasts recently. Nameless Max01, hello, Scooter, love the podcast, gives me something to focus on instead of my mind, taking me where it wants and staying awake. Thank you so much. Your daily dose of confusion is from HD. It's an amazing podcast. I'm 13, but I can't fall asleep once I started. This took about 2 tries now at work. It's less a podcast and more backup noise. 11 out of 10. Stumbler rules. This is amazing. Woke up well rested today. Right amount of silly and clever to distract my main brain. Put me to sleep. Really love this podcast, which I'd founded earlier. Strider the Gamer says, geez, where do I start? Well, for one, the podcast is amazing. It does work for me. Recommended it to all my friends. Who is Scoots? Let's see. Then we have Donnie Biscuits. Dude is awesome. I don't have a lot of trouble sleeping, but man, when I throw this on, I'm out very quickly. Perfect for the boring, dull, mindless yammering. Plus, it's awesome. The podcast was specifically created to put people to sleep. I went back to the first episode. Now I'm working my way forward. I'm happy that there's new episodes on a regular basis. Keep making us fall asleep, homie. Thank you. So thanks everybody for reviewing the show. Sleep With Me exists as a free podcast because people that support the show, Patreon, sponsors, a referral program, all go a big way to helping the show. So I really appreciate that. And, I'll tell you a little bit more about the referral program here. But even if you refer people to podcasts, I mean, you don't have to tell them anything about Sleep With Me. You wouldn't believe how life-changing that's going to be for everybody. Sometimes it takes a little bit for some people to say, hey, let me show you on your phone the app to use. And then let me show you how to search. Now, you could search later, but once people discover podcasts, it really makes a big improvement on their lives. And not just Sleep With Me. Like most people I know don't listen to Sleep With Me. And they get so much out of sleep podcasts because there's something about everything. And there's just a lot of great stuff out there about every interest. So, podcasts, it's what you're listening to, but you're asleep. Podcasts, it's what you're listening to now. So tell people. And here's a little bit about our referral program and some other stuff. Thanks. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots with a tuck-you-in message here for our bedtime story podcast. We're trying out, and I kind of said this, free way to support Sleep With Me and bedtime stories from Sleep With Me is join our referral program, sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer, R-E-F-E-R. You get rewarded for introducing people to a free version of Sleep With Me, including access to Sleep With Me Plus. But most of all, just think about what your favorite podcast is or one of your favorite podcasts, and then support that podcast. It doesn't have to be Sleep With Me, but just to support your favorite podcast because they could use your support right now. And if you decide, Sleep With Me is actually my favorite podcast, well, wow, I'm blushing, seriously, even though it's imaginary here in this context, and support it at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Or listen to a show you love and see how they want to be supported. Thanks.